Welcome to this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News at Noon. I'm Monique Chavez.
And I'm Kiara Parham. Thanks for tuning in. The coronavirus pandemic continues to overwhelm medical systems across the world. Here in Utah, there has been 1,846 total confirmed cases. Over 36,000 people have been tested. 158 have been hospitalized, and there are only 13 deaths. Only 43 of those cases have come from southwestern Utah.
The fall 2020 semester is officially open for registration. The sooner you register, the better. If you're not sure what classes to take, academic advisors are available for virtual meetings through the Navigate app.
$2 trillion stimulus bill was passed last month. However, not everyone will be receiving the $1,200 check in the mail, particularly high school students 17 and above and college students. If claimed as a dependent on their parents' taxes, the parent will receive an extra $500 instead. The information is based on the 2019 taxes. U.S. citizens should start receiving deposits within the next upcoming week.
Staying at home has never presented a better time to get into gaming, and that's exactly what some students are doing.
Yeah, so our competitive teams are still practicing. They're still playing and competing online, all from their homes. So we can still function as a club online just because that's kind of how gamers do it, I feel like. Gaming, I feel like it's a really great way to be social. In my life, it's been just a big social interaction for me. So I think just playing online multiplayer games that are popular, like League of Legends, Fortnite, those are two free ones that are really great. Anything from Blizzard is a really good option. Just to have that connection and teamwork. Team games are great.
As social distancing is not being practiced in recreational areas, they have slowly been shutting down. Lake Powell closes ramps on Monday, preventing any boating activity. The city of St. George closed all parks, including equipment and bathrooms. Grassy areas are still available to visit. The Grand Canyon and Zion National Park were the latest national parks to officially close. State Route 9 is still available to travel through Zion National Park, but parking into pullouts or hiking is prohibited.
A St. George nurse who was diagnosed with the coronavirus was honored on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Jimmy Kimmel surprised Kimmy Fairbanks, who works at the Dixie Regional Medical Center, with an appearance from Jennifer Aniston and a $10,000 gift card to Postmates. Kimmel and Aniston also gifted Postmates gift cards to all the nurses on Fairbanks' floor at the hospital. Fairbanks finished her quarantine yesterday and will now be able to see her family and return to work.
The president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints called for a worldwide fast tomorrow to seek relief from the COVID-19 pandemic. Russell M. Nelson said, "I invite all, including those not of our faith, to fast and pray on Good Friday, April 10th, that the present pandemic may be controlled, caregivers protected, the economy strengthened, and life normalized."
Kroger and Walmart are testing out one-way aisle traffic at an undisclosed number of stores to further enforce social distancing. As of Tuesday, both have reduced its store capacity to limit the number of shoppers at one time. Floor markers are being used and customers are being counted as they enter. And now on to Michael for an overview of spring sports.
Back up the pass. He's going to score. 22-yard touchdown.
Hey, what's going on, Trailblazers? I'm continuing on with the spring portion of DSU Athletics' best seasons and all-time records that were set during the Trailblazers' 14-year run as a Division II institution. Let's swing right into it.
Leading off, we have the 2016 DSU baseball team setting the bar high with a program record of 40 wins. The Trailblazers finished second in the Pac West, made an NCAA West Baseball regional appearance, and was ranked top 3 in hitting and pitching categories among other Pac West teams. Definitely a special season for the DSU baseball team back in 2016 and a hard task for the 2021 baseball team trying to break that record. Now leading off, we have DSU softball, and looking back in the record books, they're known for having successful season campaigns. However, the season that sticks out the most is the 2015 Trailblazer team having a program record of 52 wins, which led that team to becoming Pac West champions, NCAA West II regional champions, NCAA West Super Regional champions, and an NCAA National runner-up. I am certain with the amount of historical success with the softball team, we can see 52 wins easily be shattered soon. Bouncing into men's basketball, the 2019-2020 team had an opportunity to break the program record for most wins in a season. but the 2017-2018 Trailblazers team still holds the program record with 23 wins in a season. DSU had an impressive season by becoming the first Pac-West Conference team to sweep both regular season and tournament titles twice, appearing in the NCAA West Regionals as the number 2 seed, the best seeding it's had in program history, and ranked top 5 in 10 different categories among other Pac-West teams. 2019-2020 Trailblazer team has shown 23 wins can easily be accomplished, and hopefully it can be broken next season. Still staying at the top since the 2012-2013 season in all-time career points in women's basketball program's history is DSU alumnus Jonah Brown with 1,212 points. Senior forward Allie Franks came 51 points shy of becoming number 1 in career points. However, Brown will stand number 1 for another season. Teeing off, we got men's golf, and during the 2018-2019 season, the Trailblazers put together a great season by finishing second in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, hosting regionals and claiming their first ever NCAA team victory, and placed 9th out of 20 teams at nationals. Definitely a tough season to replicate for the 2020-2021 Trailblazer team. Moving on to women's golf, the Trailblazers have had success twice in the past, finishing second the 2014-2015 season in the Pac-West and the same result in the RMAC in the 2018-2019 season. Let's see if DSU can find success in the Western Athletic Conference next season. Serving up some women's tennis, the Trailblazers have had a bad streak of losing seasons until the 2018-2019 season where they flipped the script. DSU went 13-4 overall, which is their highest single season winning percentage in the program's history, and the Trailblazers went on to claim the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference tournament. Whatever changed for women's tennis needs to continue if they're going to put on another good run as they did in the 2018-2019 season. Finally, we have women's track and field where sophomore Abby Monson blows 2 all-time records out of the water. Monson sets the new shot put all-time record at 11.43 meters and sets the discus all-time record at 41.36 meters. Monson has more opportunities to break her own all-time records here at DSU.
This concludes the spring portion of Trailblazers Athletics. A lot of history has been written in the books for DSU Athletics, and definitely none of these athletes will forget how they left their marks. Now it's time to turn the page to the next chapter as the Trailblazers transition to Division I on July 1st as members of the Western Athletic Conference. Now moving on to other news in sports, DSU Director of Athletics Dr. Jason Booth appoints Molly Rouse as the new women's soccer team's head coach on Monday. Rouse is coming off a 2-year stint as the assistant coach for the University of Minnesota. She helped lead the Golden Gophers to a Big Ten championship and NCAA first-round victory over Auburn. Rouse will be the 3rd head coach for the Trailblazers in the past 3 years. She will help lead the team into the Western Athletic Conference and Division I.
And that's it for this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News at Noon.
We'll see you here next week, same time, same place.
Have a great week, Trailblazers.